Raymond. Kid.
Good old JD.
Shout out old number 7.
How are y'all doing?
Damn, it's been a minute.
It's been a while. We had a little bit of a mishap last episode, and I had to leave. Everything is okay. We are all okay.
We're all still here, and we're all trying to do the right thing, and we're all just trying to be good people.
And we're all just trying to leave the fuck Earth, because this place is a shithole now.
Yeah, it's really ramped up the last few weeks since we've gone on air, and
we have what's going on with the
news?
We got a lot to cover.
Shout out my co-host Beejapheth, as always, coming prepared to the conversation while I just kind of drift through meaningless through life, wishing that they'd allow me to bet on Little League World Series baseball. But damn, did you come prepared this week, bro?
I came hard. I came hard.
Yeah.
We are gonna cover a lot of stuff. Let me just give you a little bit of a rundown. BRICS, what's going on with BRICS? Oliver Anthony, where the fuck this guy come from?
Go.
Maui, because God, what the fuck?
Lasers.
The lasers. Get
laser. Freaking laser, Hawaii.
That Prigo guy, is he dead? Maybe not. Who the fuck knows?
There's gonna be a couple bells for that one.
Fukushima, that is a big topic. That's a big topic, and nobody knows about it, and we need to fucking
nuclear fucking waste into the oceans.
It's gonna be great.
For some good fishing off the West Coast.
We got to talk about the GOP debate a little bit, and we got to talk about Trump on Tucker.
Must we?
We have to, because it's coming up, and as of right now, we still have to vote. So we need to fucking get these candidates and figure out who the fuck we're going with.
So overrated, that whole voting thing, but sure. Yeah, I actually did listen to the Tucker interview. It was half of it. It was fucking hilarious.
But first, let's talk about a huge achievement that did happen, supposedly, by India. So evidently, I will let this do the talking for itself. Hang on one second.
Now, these Indian space program, I mean, I most people probably aren't aware, is pretty advanced. It's been advanced for a while, and
Johnny Akers, I'm not sure if you've seen this video, but I'm going to play it for you and the viewers alike.
Wow, what is this, a fucking Battlestar Galactica video?
This is the video.
1981?
Is being brought down from 800
This is the video that was shown to show India landed on the moon.
The lunar surface.
What's that game that you play out? Oh my god, that's Modi.
And then look. It doesn't
clap in unison.
It doesn't even look like it hit the fucking ground, man.
That entire scene looks like 1981.
So
what's that game? Is it Asteroids? That you used to play in the arcade? That's the one I was thinking of. It literally looks like a fucking Asteroids. It's the same graphics as 1981.
Yeah,
everyone's dressed like it's 1981.
It's pretty terrible. I'm not gonna lie.
I've seen better special effects in fucking like 1970s Michael Bay movies.
Yeah, that's rough. And then second of all, who the fuck's recording? If we're supposed to act like that is real, who's recording?
That's a good point. Like, wouldn't you think that the camera angle that you see of landing on the moon for the first time
would be looking
at
the
south
moon?
side, by the way?
On the dark side.
On the dark side of the moon. Well, dark side, I think, is the opposite side of the moon.
Oh.
Which is because the moon is tidally locked, so it continues to rotate around the Earth, as most people know. That's like fucking science, whatever, astrology 101. But
they
sure
landed
forever
plasma?
on the south side of the moon. Yeah, I mean, who the fuck knows what the moon really is? We don't fucking know. All I can tell you is that video right there is embarrassing. I did not see that video. All the pictures that I saw of it reporting were them launching the quote-unquote rocket into the sky, but not that fucking little rinky-dink fucking Ridley Scott movie. Like, what are we doing? Can someone like unearth Stanley Kubrick and get some good shit? I mean, they had better fucking fake Hollywood moon landings back in 1969.
Oh, hit the fucking bell, Stanley Kubrick. On August 23rd, an Indian spacecraft for the first time successfully landed on the surface of the moon. Now, do you know what they were going to the South Pole for?
They're trying to mine it?
Evidently, there are pools of water in the south side. Water ice, sorry. So it's ice, but it's made of water.
Okay. Is it like a colonization move?
So they are talking about wait, hang on, let me read my notes so I don't mess anything up. The Shadaran 3 mission, which launched July 14th, delivered the Vikram lander and the
Vikram.
Prigozhin. I'm fucking up these names. I know it. Prigozhin rover to the south pole of the moon, a region thought to contain water ice.
Huh.
Such reservoirs of water ice would provide a crucial source of not only drinking water for any future lunar inhabitants,
That's interesting.
but also hydrogen for fuel.
Oh, so you can get back with their little cartoon rocket ship.
This was the country's second attempt at a lunar landing following the crash of Shadaran 2's lander in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you saying that water ice is a source of fuel?
Water can be used as fuel.
I thought people died because of that.
They did. I mean, it's not really much of a conspiracy. Look it up, but
people that made cars that ran on water died.
Yeah,
suspiciously.
Also, Vikram just immediately reminds me of The Office. Michael's he's moonlighting as the cold caller. He goes, just do the lines. Vikram does the lines, and Vikram always gets sales. It's like, oh, they landed Vikram on the moon. Really? Vikram what? Vikram Voyager fucking VHS tapes did they bring up there with them? Like that.
Oh, man.
So I would assume that the whole reason is, I thought mining. Either mining or colonization. Why else would you want to go there? You wouldn't just go there to stick your flag in it.
No, definitely not.
So
they're going to get the water ice.
That moon looked pretty flat too, by the way. I would just say that video, besides the fact that it looked like it was fresh out of the 80s, like the earth, the moon looks pretty fucking flat. You've never seen the moon look like that. Not in the Kubrick films. So I don't know. I mean, it makes sense that they would want to get over there for the fuel, obviously. I mean, the first person who can really colonize the moon, not even to say even like colonize, just say set up operations, base operations.
Yeah.
You're able to be there.
Yeah.
But the big thing is that you got to come back. Can't be one of those sci-fi movies where it's a one-way ticket. Not many people are probably signing up for that, unless you're flying X with Elon Musk. But they, I would say that the big thing for them over there is to get a little bit better CGI budget.
Right.
Maybe.
So basically, all of this article is telling us that space is hard.
Space is hard. Space is
big.
I
mean, the very first line is "Space is hard," as the saying goes.
See, that's tacky. That's just tacky journalism.
Yeah,
it's gonna come
terrible.
up later on in this episode because I just have a problem with everything when it comes to journalism, and that's just
you're gonna get a lot of that tonight. Let me tell you, because I went hard on the
the
fucking journalism today just to prove that it's dead.
It's totally dead.
Yeah,
it's completely far gone.
So basically, all this word jumble bullshit that's saying is that we can't do it by visual. It has to be a computer program like AI to land this fucking thing because too much can change mid-flight, and that's. I just read that whole article to you.
So right now, humans can't themselves land
not
the Vikram
they
on the moon.
If they're on the vehicular device, then yes, they can land it.
If they're already there.
If they're already there, because they have a point of sight.
Okay.
But now, because they're looking through a screen that is supposedly telecommunicating back to Earth, it's 2.5 second flag minimum. So too much shit could happen in that 2.5 seconds to be catastrophic that you need a robot to fucking land it.
Is this ever a fucking pull the wool over the sheep's eyes moment? You're telling me that now the Vikram, who after moonlighting for all those years struggling to get by as the cold calling salesman on the night shift,
who used to be a doctor from his home country,
it likely was, or the top goddamn sales or customer service representative that country ever produced. You're telling me that they can't land the fucking thing on the moon without AI, but we were able to do it in 1969 with whatever the fuck NASA had back then.
We were also able to communicate with the president from the moon. Through a telephone.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that works.
They got landlines on the moon. You didn't know that? Back then, AT&T was everywhere.
Still are, sons of bitches.
Damn, that should have been a great... If they didn't have a commercial like that in like the early 70s when we were, quote unquote, going to the moon. Come on. Grow up, kids. That would have been an absolute perfect fucking advertisement of just saying we're everywhere. We're on the moon. Neil Armstrong couldn't call home without AT&T.
That's a new fucking slogan. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That's
we're everywhere,
perfect.
baby. We're bringing landlines back.
That's almost as good as Derek Lewis teaming up with Manscaped.
Yeah. Oh man, you're right. My balls is hot.
My balls were hot.
Shave your balls.
Shave your
then.
balls, motherfucker.
That's fucking fantastic. Meanwhile, Vikram's over there on the moon still, just making some cold calls at night. He signs off from the Indian space station. Yeah, maybe I'll just, shrug it off a little bit. Got to make a little extra living. People look like they're living in the fucking 50 years ago technology. It's wild.
So while we say go India, I guess, for landing on the moon, you might want to just take a second.
Is Modi a good dude?
He's a good dude.
You like Modi?
I think so. I don't know. I don't really know much about him.
We'll do a deep dive in Modi next time.
We probably should.
We've had listeners in India. Shout out listeners in India, by the way.
Yeah, definitely.
I love meat though.
But
I love my cows.
But before you start talking about India and their colossal achievement of getting into
space,
the moon.
Yeah, they went to the moon. Sure they
did. They also had 3 catastrophic rail infrastructure problems.
Ooh, they got China.
So a railroad bridge platform collapse leaves at least 26 victims dead, others injured. Right underneath it, which I'm going to get into in a second, in June, 3 trains collided in India's eastern side.
At the same spot?
No, but also dealing with trains, they collided.
Are these passenger trains or are they cargo trains? The hazard trains that we had when they.
So the bridge that collapsed was in construction. And it's only
the bridge collapse of the train.
Yeah, so the collapse was in construction, and it was only construction work. I say only, which is terrible, but it was construction workers that were fatally injured.
Yeah.
No, as far as I know, no civilians or anything like that.
Why the fuck were they trying to put a train over a construction site if it was under construction?
The bridge itself was under construction. Like they were building the bridge and it collapsed.
Yeah, oh, okay. So the train never went over it? What you're saying?
No, it was a section of bridge. They haven't even finished the bridge yet.
Interesting.
Yeah, they were just going over civilization, I guess. I don't fucking know. They're crazy. They're Indians.
Okay.
One of the worst accidents in the country in the past decade took place in October last year when a century-old cable suspension bridge holding hundreds of people collapsed into a river in the western Indian state of Gujarat.
Mm-hmm. Good try. Way to sound it out.
At least 132 people died from that incident.
That was a cable. I feel like I know what type of bridge you're talking about, where it's like the big like hangover like canyons.
So that's a different incident from this one. But yes, that's a cable bridge, like the Golden Gate Bridge is a cable bridge, right?
Yeah, I think.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and then also back to in June of this year, 3 trains collided near Balasore, about 125 miles from the state capital. Bhubaneswar. In the eastern state of Odisha. At least 288 people were killed and more than 850 were left injured, officials said.
What type of bridge you say? A suspension bridge.
Was the suspension bridge in October. June, 3 trains collided in the state capital, near the state capital. And then now a in-construction train bridge collapsed.
So this is all in the western region of India?
Eastern
region
of India.
Who are their eastern neighbors?
I have no idea.
Well, their northern neighbors are China. But I wouldn't think that India would really be trying to go to war that much with China anymore. They haven't had the best of relations in past years, but I mean they are both part of BRICS, which we'll get into for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think that's weird. You got a spin on it?
On the trains?
Yeah, on what you think.
I just think their infrastructure is crumbling. I don't know. That's kind of why I don't know what's going on with Modi.
Oh, okay. So you're why are they able to land shit on the moon with AI, but their infrastructure is cratered?
It's the same thing that I have questions about the U.S. Like, why can we send all this money to Ukraine, but we can't help Maui, which we will get into. But why can we send all this money to Ukraine, but we can't figure out what the fuck happened in East Palestine?
I mean, I think most people know the answer is pretty obvious. They just they don't want to go out and search it. They're quite happy with just gearing up for fantasy football season coming up.
Sure.
So. But yeah, it's interesting to know that they're having those catastrophic failures, but still able to have this glowing space system that, looks like a PBS fucking documentary. They need to get some better graphics on that thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The moon. How about this though, real quick, on the fact that they land on the bottom of the moon. When you think about the perspective of the moon, we always think about the northern hemisphere being up top, just because of our own perspective. If you want to be a round earther for a minute. Well, why wouldn't we have ever not been able to land there? I mean, I guess if India is on the southern side, then it's easier for them. If you think about, they're like hopping from one side to the other. But like, wouldn't China try to do that? Like, wouldn't Brazil or anyone else try to do that? Like, they all have probably pretty capable, at this point, space systems or space programs. I just don't know, like, did it really take until AI to be able to do this for those nations, but we were still able to do it with what we had in 1969? Makes no sense.
Bro. You are still under the assumption that we've been and India is there, and that China landed there before, and Russia's landed there before.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to get outside of Stanley Kubrick for a second.
The moon is plasma. You can't land on it.
Wow, that's a good one. Moon is plasma. How many has that been so far? Folks, if you're listening on Rumble or Twitter or wherever, make sure to email us at leavingearthpodcast@gmail.com. We would love to hear your comments. And if you think the moon is also plasma, or your own moon theory, everyone's got a great moon landing theory.
Oh, for sure.
And we'd love to hear all of your opinions on the moon landing. But while you're out there, if you're in India, watch out for the bridges. Sorry, too soon?
Too soon. But anyway, let's go a little bit close to home real quick.
Hawaii?
No.
Real close to home. That territory we took over to fucking invade Japan.
I'm gonna actually hand you the headphones and I'm gonna let you watch this. Where the hell am I?
I love when it gets visual for me.
So
maybe I'll even take off my sunglasses for it.
So we're gonna have, here you go.
These assholes.
So this is a 3-minute summary of what the debate was about.
Not succeed as a country if you are working hard and you can't afford groceries, a car, or a new home, while Hunter Biden can make hundreds of thousands of dollars on lousy paintings.
The truth is that Biden didn't do this to us. Our Republicans did this to us, too. You have Ron DeSantis, you've got Tim Scott, you've got Mike Pence. They all voted to raise the debt, and Donald Trump added $8 trillion to our debt.
So first, let me just address a question that is on everybody's mind at home tonight.
I kind of like this.
Who the heck is this skinny guy with a funny last name, and what the heck is he
We'll
doing in
get
the
to
middle
him
of this
in a
debate
second.
stage? I'm the only person on the stage who isn't bought and paid for, so I can say this. The climate change agenda is a hoax. The climate change agenda is a hoax.
Did he?
I've had enough already tonight of a guy who sounds like ChatGPT standing up here.
New Jersey.
And the last person
Lowest,
in one of these
approval
debates, Brett, who
rating
stood
of
in the middle
anybody.
of the stage and
Christie?
said,
Yeah.
"What's a skinny guy with an odd last name doing up here?" was Barack Obama, and I'm afraid we're dealing with the same type of amateur standing stage.
This is exactly why Margaret Thatcher said, if you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman.
I've been a champion for life in the Congress, a champion for life as governor and as vice president. And to be honest with you, Nikki, you're my friend, but consensus is the opposite of leadership.
When you're talking about a federal ban, be honest with the American people.
I am
We
being
haven't
honest.
had 45 pro-life senators in over 100 years, so no Republican president can ban abortions any more than a Democrat president could ban all those state laws.
70% of the American people support legislation
But
to ban
70% of
abortion.
the
This is staged. This little back and forth right here is staged. They're using this to whoever tries to go up against Trump. This is just my theory. Whoever tries to go up against Trump, like eventually out of these winners, these actual people who are up here doing the debate and who will never have a chance at getting the GOP, to see who sides with who. So if Pence's numbers go up after that because he took this hard line on like abortion, and like Nikki Haley took her own line on abortion, like they want to feel it out. Like, what are the somewhat conservative women going to vote for?
Well, and then the people that don't even get mentioned are Tim Scott and this guy.
Yeah, I haven't seen them at all. Is there anybody else up there?
Yeah, there's 7 of them or 8 of them up there.
Jesus Christ.
But they said that 15-week abortion would be that should be mandatory.
And I mean, kick that soccer ball around for as long as you want.
We did. Yeah. Listen to our other episodes.
Yeah, listen to Beejapheth debates a liberal. All right,
let's finish it.
President Trump, I believe, was the best president of the 21st century. It's a fact. And Chris Christie, honest to God, your claim that Donald Trump is motivated by vengeance and grievance would be a lot more credible if your entire campaign were not based on vengeance and grievance against one man.
Let me tell you something.
I'm sorry, 30 seconds covered.
You make me laugh because you sit here in an answer. You sit here and
they're booing him. They're booing Christie. Oh my God! Listen to the boo. He's loving it.
The American people deserve to know whether everyone on this stage
still trying to get
agrees
ratification of what he did.
I kept my oath to the Constitution that day.
We just make sure that I'm in the clear.
So answer the question.
Please don't subpoena me again.
So why are we? Mike did his duty. I got no beef with him. But here's the thing: is this what we're going to be focusing on going forward?
3/4 of Americans don't want a rematch between Trump and Biden, and we have to face the fact that Trump is the most disliked politician in America. We can't win a general election that way.
Is there anyone on stage who would not support the increase of more funding to Ukraine?
We would
not support it.
Europe needs to step up. I would have Europe
That's Vivek that's raising his hand.
The only one. Our support should be contingent on them doing it, and I would have support in China to be able to take
Vivek's
China,
like running the show a little bit.
Oh yeah, he won the debate.
If former President Trump
if anybody
is
tells you different,
convicted
they're
in a
wrong.
court of
He won
law,
the debate.
Would you still support him as your party's choice? Please raise your hand if you would.
Okay. Vivek's the first one up there, and everyone else.
Chris Christie kind of goes like, I don't know.
Well, he is a fucking absolute fucking loser. But yeah, when I was listening, and we'll get into the Tucker and Trump one, but like I had not watched that. Again, I watch a lot of Little League World Series. It's fun for me.
Yeah.
That debate to me, again, is like just to try to like show who is either going to be on the running mate side of Trump or who they're going to use as a body bag.
Yeah.
And they are using Christie as a fucking body bag.
Oh yeah.
Like, so obvious, like he could even be in on it himself. And Vivek is he's just like
he's going to be his
wild,
VP.
Yeah, he's like wild, young. You know, it's got that.
He's going to be his VP. That's it.
It's got the quick wit about him. You know what I mean?
And
imagine that guy going into a debate against fucking Kamala Harris.
Oh boy.
Can you imagine that?
Oh boy.
Holy
he would rip her apart.
You could sell that for pay-per-view.
I bet you could.
Here, you could take this back. You could sell that shit for pay-per-view though.
For sure. The problem that I have with Vivek is he came from nowhere, literally out of nowhere.
What? He wasn't rich?
He's a billionaire, yes.
Well, yeah.
But he came out of
come from money.
But he came. No, his parents were immigrants.
Okay.
But he came from nowhere. Just popped up out of nowhere. I'm running for president.
The plant.
He's also, I think he's one of the founding, the young leaders of America, young leaders of the world.
Oh no! Is
for
that
WEF?
Part of WEF? He is in WEF.
I think he's part of that. And then I think he took money from Soros. So he says all this shit about fucking not being bought and paid for, but
yeah.
He kind of is.
I did notice someone was trying to say like something about you're not being bought. Dude, fuck you. Everybody up there is bought and paid for.
Vivek was the one that's saying that he wasn't bought and paid for.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Someone was trying to say like after that. I think the highlight, whatever, cut off. They're like, oh, you know, and then it like went to the next one. But no one up there is not bought and paid for. It's just like who are you bought and paid for by? And it'd been nice to know that Vivek wasn't involved in fucking WEF and Soros, but apparently he is. So
that is not confirmed. I just saw it, so it's not confirmed. But
is that Trump's little olive branch? If he does run, he'll say, "I have one of your boys with me." This little fucking dude. He is a lot of energy, and he's quick with a wit, but very. Again, like he popped up out of nowhere. Who is it?
And he's saying all the right things.
I'm thinking. CIA.
He's something, man.
Something.
He's something.
He might be
It's
CIA.
weird.
Now I gotta hit the mid. I gotta hit the fucking Derek Carr after that.
So I out of that debate, Vivek won, in my opinion.
It looked like he was controlling most of the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple times when he said that climate change was a hoax. They booed him, which I don't know why. The Republicans, they should believe that.
Yeah.
But, everything that they were talking about doesn't bode well for the next election cycle.
In terms of what? Like what the topics are going to be?
Yeah, it's going to be a fucking, it's going to be a crazy again.
Yeah.
Because 3/4 of that was Trump, of what Trump did, how Trump's going to fix it. And the only person that was really talking about the future was Vivek.
Yeah.
And he was saying, no, we need to bring jobs back home. It's real simple. The president has power to do this, blah, blah, blah. Like,
yeah.
He was getting right to the point.
It seems like he would have also a very...
DeSantis had a good night, too. Don't get me wrong. DeSantis had a good... But he did his...
Ron DeSanctimonious.
But then he did his weird smile thing. Have you seen that?
No.
He kind of like smiled, but like a scared smile. Like, I don't know if I'm doing good kind of smile.
He's shitting his pants on national TV type of smile.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what Mike Pence looks like all the time, though.
I mean, he looks
like he just walks
He literally
out
has flies sitting on him, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Were they real flies?
Oh.
Yeah, he does look like he walks out on the stage with a fresh load of shit in his pants every single time. He just embraces it. He thinks. Everyone around him is like, Chris Christie probably, it's tough for him to get in and out of a shower. So that guy just getting booed. And what I'll say is this. It reminded me a little bit as I was sitting here of, you're listening to the crowd and Vivek, people are booing Christie when he's attacking Vivek, right? So you now have, in WWF terms, after listening to fucking Hogan on Rogan. Fucking fantastic. So back in the day, they used to judge who would win the match by who was reacting most to the crowd.
Yeah.
And you can say, like you said, you don't listen to anybody else who says Vivek didn't win the fucking debate or whatever polls come out, because all those are bought and paid for themselves.
Yeah.
Don't fucking doubt it. No bell ringing there. And if you base it off of how the crowd was reacting, and you could go back and watch the whole thing and how the crowd reacts to each person. That'll tell you who the people actually like and who should win.
I also want to bring to light. This is from Fox News. There are questions about how many of his campaign surrogates will be allowed into Fox News spin room. The network has restricted their access unless they are the guests of another media organization. Now, that's a little snippet about Trump, because it's always about Trump. But that just goes to show you that they are also just negating freedom of speech of allowing people in to just talk.
I thought he just didn't want to go.
No, Trump didn't want to go, but Donald Trump Jr. showed up with his wife. They weren't allowed in.
And they didn't let him in.
They didn't allow him in. Man, said, fuck you. Get the fuck out.
So they just wanted to throw that type of thing in there.
Where
was the debate held, usually held at like a college.
Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
To be honest.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
But they had to get word beforehand. They know when someone's going to be coming. Can get ready.
Just like right now in Fulton, Georgia, they got fucking barricades out because Trump's going to get arrested. They had to bring barricades.
Yeah, that might actually happen live. We're not really hoping for it, but fuck, would it make good fucking podcast?
Supposed to happen.
That would make such good content, dude.
It's supposed to happen in an hour, 7:30.
Right, well, we'll keep it going all the way at least until 7:30. We got a lot of shit.
We got a lot of shit to cover.
As it is, I will say this on the debate: if I could go back and watch it, I will listen for the crowd. That is who's going to tell you. It's like we got to get back to the feel of not like the mob. I'm not talking about fucking. I'm gonna make you an offer I can't refuse, which isn't bad either.
It's not,
because I got some Italian in me. But back to somewhat of mob rule, where it's like they decide whether he lives or dies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. Does the emperor come out and the crowd says no? Then he lives. If he say yes, then he dies. In a simplistic form, do that with a debate, and there's your democracy right there.
Yeah.
Have every single person listening into it, and then vote right then and there. Right then and there. Put it broadcast on every phone, every TV, every single device there possibly is. But everyone that's running for president on a stage, and then have them talk for 3-4 hours, however long you fucking want. And then right at the end of it is your homework, and everyone who watched votes. That's how you do it. Not running from debates, by the way.
Yeah.
Donnie boy, you need a lighter?
Yeah.
I thought you were looking for another shot, you sick son of a bitch.
No, not yet. I haven't fucked up yet.
We haven't fucked up, and we've been live. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be?
But while that debate was going on at 8:55,
Tennessee was losing to California.
That is true.
They came back, actually. No, California did win. Yep, fuck Tennessee. Those cheap bastards. We'll talk more about that in the next Mortal.
But Trump was on Tucker.
Oh, was he ever on Tucker?
X.
On
Tucker on X.
XM. Fuck your little birds. Twitter's no more. You try to retweet this shit? Fuck off, child. This shit's fucking X now. We run the world. That's free marketing for you, Elon. Yeah, we're X. We're gonna run the fucking world. Fuck Twitter.
Maybe we can get a blue check for free.
I'll get a backing band too as well for that song.
Perfect.
I will. Well, we're coming up with an album, baby. Raw Bars
X
2.
app. Fuck yeah.
X app. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Raw Bars 3.0 soon to come out.
We're coming, baby.
But let's go across the Pacific Pond for a fucking second.
You didn't want to get into the Tucker?
Is there really much to say about Tucker?
Well, yeah.
Okay, the big thing to say about Tucker is he got the most views of any interview ever. That's more than Michael Jackson and Oprah, which was the predecessor to most views at 90 million.
So Oprah's biggest interview
was Michael Jackson.
Was a pedophile.
Yeah. Well,
that's fitting.
Is it? Is he?
He might have been a plant himself. Or just the fall guy.
Or was
it was
he,
a little weird going on
it was
Neverland
weird.
Ranch.
It was weird.
Things got a little weird in Neverland
But
Ranch.
yes.
That's Macaulay Culkin.
He won't talk, so who knows? So 90 million views for Oprah and Michael Jackson. 231 million views within 24 hours of Tucker and Trump.
Seems as if the people, the mob, are interested in that. And not the media.
Seems like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Seems like the media is dead.
They dying, man. I'm on my last breath. I'm legacy media. Please believe my clickbait headlines. Please.
And if you want to
subscribe.
And if you want a recap of what Trump said, Biden's awful. He'll do
bad on the beach.
He'll do much better than Biden's doing now. All of his policies are great. He didn't do anything to deserve these indictments. What else? Well,
that's your recap. I only listened to half of it. So I listened to it on my way here. It didn't take me long when I was flying in my Legacy 600 like Prigo. Had to do it to him. I'm sorry, our Russian listeners. But no, I listened to it and I thought, first of all, it was fucking hilarious. It's really entertaining to have Trump talking again, but specifically to Tucker off of cable television.
Oh, it's great.
They're saying whatever they want. Trump's like, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. You know, he's swearing.
I loved it.
And I will say the one thing that I had against Tucker and Trump too as well. Well, first of all, it was right in the beginning and they were talking about Epstein. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, this is a bold move for Tucker to bring that up. And Trump tries to like flip it into Anthony Barr's situation, not investigating the election 2020. And Tucker goes back to it. And I was like, yes, like, you know, really like dig into that. Like, don't, you know, let it go. And that was cool. Like, I love that about his interview tactics that he wants to get an answer. And he goes, well, a lot of people didn't think. He goes, I'm sure people like you think, you know, he's Trump talking to Tucker. I'm sure people like you didn't think he killed himself. You know, it's one of the best ones going. It's like been everywhere. It's a meme now.
Even Tucker was like, no, he got killed.
Yeah, like, no, he didn't.
He got killed. He got killed.
Saying as a known fact. And like Trump's trying to like spin it a little bit, but then he kind of agrees. But when he was talking about how he could end, Trump said, I will end the Ukraine-Russia war tomorrow.
Yeah.
He didn't ask him why or how. Like not why. I mean mostly like how. Like how would you do it? They just moved on to the next topic. Like, Trump says he could do that, but I am interested in hearing exactly how he would plan on doing that.
You know how you do it?
You tell me how you would do it.
Immediately stop sending money.
To Ukraine?
Yeah.
And then what? It would just be
crippled.
Yeah.
Crippled.
Ukraine would lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck, bro. Maybe you should.
I don't think that's the result that Trump would want, to be honest with you. I think
that's
he would want
probably
to find
not
peace.
Yes, and that
somehow
there is an easy way of peace.
That's how Beejapheth would do it. If you want to vote for him, Viking Santa.
I'm not running. I'm not running for president, sir. I'm not.
He's getting into Senate though.
There are many of other things that I would do besides that if I were president. But that's the easiest way to stop all of this is think about what you're doing before you're doing it. Ukraine, because they're the ones that wanted to get away from Russia.
Apparently, there's a big offensive happening right now too.
Yeah, okay. Their big offense last time had hundreds of thousands of people dead. Like, who fucking cares anymore? I'm with Trump. I'm with Trump on that 100%. We need to stop having people dead. Let's stop having people dead.
We just need to stop maybe trying to push the whole entire war or a whole entire world towards war.
All you have to do is give fucking Putin what he's already taken. Ukraine, stop doing your biological fucking warfare in fucking the biolabs that we fund by Biden fucking motherfuckers. Like, we need to stop that bullshit. So if we stop the biolabs, we give Putin whatever he's taken so far.
Yeah.
Boom, war's done. People stop dying.
Most of the spots that he's taking are Russian places anyways. Like most of those people.
And all of the people want to be Russian.
Yeah.
But fucking Zelensky's like, no.
Well, the West is telling him to do that.
Well,
Zelensky's a puppet.
Yeah.
Biden's a puppet.
Because of what?
I don't know.
The military-industrial complex.
MIC?
The MIC.
The fucking Mickeys.
The fucking West is
hello, kids. It's the Mickeys. We're here to start entire World War III, only because we care about the bottom line. In the meantime, take those estrogen pills, boys, because you have to start questioning your gender.
And that's update news from Disney. Been meaning to do that one for a while.
That's fucking awesome.
But I'm glad it came up.
But it's crazy how all of this is transpiring.
I will say it's transpiring now. I mean, there is a decent amount of video coming in from Russian air defenses. It looks like a massive drone attack going on right now from the Ukrainian allied side. Many people are reporting that it's Western military.
Where did Ukraine get the drones? They didn't have tanks. We had to supply them tanks.
No, they're ours. Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're all from Western sources.
And who do you think's driving them?
Yeah, probably.
It's not Ukrainians.
Maybe it's Vikram.
That's why they had to go to the moon.
They had to go to the moon to get Vikram some codes so he can fly the drones into Russia tonight. We figured it out. Thank God. Yeah, we'll give you some updates. We'll do the disclose rundown towards the end of the show if Trump is interested at that point. And even if he is, we probably will still do it. And then I'll throw some OSINT stuff in there. OSINT Defender on Twitter.
They are for the Ukraine war. They are the ones to follow.
They're top dog. When you can believe anything you want to see on the news or articles that pop up on New York Times or whatever the fuck, WAPO. But when you see the footage of and it's pretty reputable, or else I don't think this account would post it. Like, they post both sides. They post both attacks.
They were the first. They were the ones that had the video of the
Prigo,
the grenade that fucking went off inside the tank. Remember that?
Oh,
the drone with the grenade.
Yep.
They're the ones that had the video.
It dropped it directly into it. Yeah,
they're the ones that showed the video.
If you're not following, it's at Scent Defender on X. On the X. We'll give him a follow.
But for now, let's jump across the Pacific.
The Pacific?
Pacific. No.
We're going to go into Hawaii.
Further than that.
Damn. We're not getting to Maui yet?
Not yet, man. We got a lot of shit to cover.
I've been fucking...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good.
So we're skipping over Hawaii for now. We're flying over. It's a flyover island, of course.
We got two stories before Maui, and then we get into Maui.
Mm-hmm.
This one's pretty damning. So
midday frappuccino. Courtesy of Starbucks.
You don't need to be giving them. I saw a video, not to get sidetracked too much, but I saw a video where a grande, tall, and whatever the big one is,
tall and blonde,
and they all hold the same amount of coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just the matter of
the optical
packaging.
illusion of the cup.
That's brilliant.
These
people are brilliant. You know, the guy who founded Starbucks, and this is the last tangent, I promise, before we get back to what we're really talking about. The guy who founded Starbucks, I think his last name is Schultz.
Andrew?
It's not. But he has a son. His name's Jordan Schultz. He works for Fox News.
Okay.
Or not Fox News, Fox Sports.
Okay.
It's just interesting. Like, I think he's like an NFL writer. It's like, imagine like never really having to really work that much in your life. Like, you could be a journalist or a sports writer, but like be mostly known for being the son of the Starbucks like king.
The franchise.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, that guy. Fuck that.
No
guy.
matter what he does as a newscaster or anything, he's fucked because he's the. Oh, you're the son of the Starbucks guy.
He's able to pass on the perceived politics of Starbucks.
Yeah.
Sports world.
Of course.
We don't like those people. I call those people out as soon as I can.
Anywho, so Fukushima. Everybody know what Fukushima is?
Fukushima, da, man.
It is.
That's not Japanese.
That's not Japanese at all. That was
Fukushima.
Yeah, there you go.
We go over here. Nuclear.
Yeah.
You go nuclear.
It's a nuclear
So
power
horrible.
plant that melted down
2011, right? I believe it was
somewhere around there.
It was the tsunami.
Yeah, the tsunami and the earthquake that
Yep.
hit it.
Yep. Mostly
So-
probably the earthquake. Maybe a little bit of both.
So since that happened,
Yeah.
they have been cooling it with water, and you can't just let that go back. So they've been storing this cooling water and the groundwater and the rainfall water that's all contaminated with this radiation. They're going to start releasing this water, this wastewater, they call it,
Back into the ocean.
back into the ocean. So there's a whole bunch of shit.
We get the light show.
Did I steal it? Yep, I did. So Fukushima is now trying to release this wastewater into the ocean. They have what just happened to my shit? There we go.
Ooh.
Around 100,000 liters of contaminated water from cooling the crippled plant's reactors, as well as groundwater and rain seeping in, is collected at the site in northeast Japan every day. All right.
So it's been every day for what, almost 12 years.
It's insane. So they want to release 540 Olympic pool-sized swimming pools
A day?
Yeah. Of water.
I imagine they have a lot. Where the fuck have they been putting it all?
In metal containers, evidently.
Fucking everywhere?
Yeah.
The ocean.
So they say that this is safe. They have treated it. It is
right.
safe.
I was going to say, they definitely are going to say that this is safe. They're
Yes.
definitely going to say, no, we treated it. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm
So
going to ring the bell on them.
the TEPCO, who is the company behind this,
Yeah.
says that it has, I'm going to fuck this up, but it has 1,500 becquerels per liter.
Made it up to.
That's far below the national standard level of 60,000. Drinking water limit is 10,000. Okay. So they're saying it's at 1,500. So they treated it down to 1,500. The problem is that they can't treat it for tritium. Evidently, we don't have any process to solve for tritium. All right.
We haven't figured that out yet.
We haven't figured that out
Figure
yet.
out science. That's the next big thing ready to pop, kids. Get into tritium research.
Yeah. So now they are saying that I can just get off of this now. I'm just going to go off my head. They're saying that they want to release all this water into the sea, and that by the process of releasing it into the sea, as it's released, it will get diluted so much that it will just be like normal seawater.
Right.
The problem, China, Russia, Korea don't think that it's processed properly.
So they're mad.
They don't think that their levels that they are saying are correct. They think they are putting radioactive waste into the sea.
Are they doing it into the direction of China?
That's a good question.
Korea
I'm not
and
really
Russia?
sure in what
Bet you they are.
direction, but China has stopped all imports of seafood from Japan. North Korea has stopped all imports of seafood from Japan. North Korea has told Japan to stop releasing the fucking water. So this is going to be big. Something's going to happen with Fukushima and all of this water. Like, all of these fish are going to fucking die or something.
Yeah.
So don't buy any fish from Japan.
Actual Japanese sushi people.
You're
Keep
going to
it
be
local
fucked.
brand
Yeah.
on your fucking sushi farms. Well, let me think of this way. So if they were to do it, I just think it's crazy. It's been happening for 12 years. But like if they were able to do it cleanly, like where is the test? You know what I mean? Like, can you show us like how the water is like? I'm sure they have some type of like video footage of it, but to release it back into the ocean at all doesn't really seem like the best idea. Like, why don't you just move those tanks? Get them off the island.
So
put them in fucking Siberia or something.
The Russian and Chinese suggestions was to vaporize it.
Okay, and that would go into the atmosphere.
He said, but that's better than the ocean.
Yeah, subjective, but yeah, it's all going into the either way.
I mean, this is also coming from the most polluted fucking country in the world.
China's record on pollution.
Yeah, so I mean, what are we gonna do? Yeah, so Greenpeace said Tuesday that the technology used to filter the water is flawed, and that the IAEA completely, in quotes, completely ignored the highly radioactive fuel debris that melted down, which continues every day to contaminate groundwater. Releasing this into the sea will impact the whole planet. Japan would intentionally be spreading radioactive elements. That is from Yukio Kanao, a Fukushima resident, and he said that at a recent Greenpeace organized protest.
Really? What is Greenpeace?
I think that is a Chinese company.
Okay.
For regulations.
Gotcha. So China, for like you said, is not really one to tell us how to and how not to, take care of the environment.
Oh, for sure. Not the ones to be spouting anything off at the mouth right now.
But it is interesting that those nations are the ones that are upset about it, because Japan could launch it and it could go towards the Philippines.
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
It makes sense that maybe their plan of releasing it, which they're not really disclosing that much, is that they want to send it over through the China Sea.
They started releasing it today.
Oh boy. They did. No one thought for a second, hey, let's think this one through here.
Oh, I'm sure they did, but it's probably
too busy on the beach taking pictures.
It was probably too costly to keep it stored and to actually, do the process of cleaning it. Okay. So they're just like, fuck it, we're just gonna dilute it. It'll be fine.
I mean, maybe they did though. Maybe they did find a way to. I mean, it would make sense that if you've been thinking about this for so long, or collecting this shit for so long, basically studying it, figuring out ways how to get rid of it, that now it'd be like, okay, we have this waste, figured out how to clean it as good as they could, and it might even be just a ploy by Japan's enemies, which are those nations for the most part. They're adversaries, not enemies, but adversaries, you could say.
That is one of the things that they're saying, is that this whole debacle with China and Japan is because they already have bad relations.
Yeah, they're just trying to make a big deal and like, we're not gonna buy their shit because they're doing this, and you never know, maybe they could have cleaned it up. But anytime you hear nuclear wastewater being released into the ocean, you got to stop and think that, dude, the fucking thing exploded like 12 years ago, however long ago it was. Yeah. And now it's for a while it was already in the ocean and pumping through the ocean. They figured out how to collect it. Like, I didn't even know they were collecting it. We thought it was just an open wound.
Yeah. What I don't understand is I thought Chernobyl was still uninhabitable.
Yeah.
How is this guy a resident of Fukushima?
There's people that still live in that city.
So what?
I don't know specific. I don't know if it was the same level.
This starts to go down the conspiracy theory of nuclear is not real.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, if there's residents in Fukushima, why can't we live in Chernobyl?
What do you think's in Chernobyl? Secrets? Secrets to humanity?
Who the fuck knows? Maybe they found out something other than nuclear. And
You've seen that HBO documentary.
I did. Right? That was very good.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're telling me the truth. It was by HBO, who's controlled by AT&T, who's controlled by BlackRock, who's been controlled by Vanguard, who's controlled by Bilderberg, who's controlled by the WEF. And we're cut.
And we're canceled. Well, I will say on that documentary, there's the one scene where the lady's milking her cow.
Yeah.
And they just like, yeah, we've been through here. Like, she goes, I've seen everything. Like, you'd come through here to try to take our land. That land is, the land they're fighting in Ukraine is quite something for the course of history, that so many wars and famines and just the shit that earth has seen puts a lot of other places very much to shame. The Middle East, another one. The entire continent of Central Africa.
Can you imagine just how much blood has been soaked into Mother Earth in those regions?
All of it.
It's insane,
sad.
right?
It's very sad.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
What do you got over there? Is that dead?
Yeah.
I'll take a little whack.
All right.
Of the fucking car. More like Goff, man. This stuff is
good. More like Goff. So let's go into a little bit of Russian conspiracy theories, because why the fuck not?
We got the time.
Let's watch this little video.
You got a Russian conspiracy theory? I did not know this was on here.
All right, here's a little video.
All right, let me get the headies.
There's no
audio?
No audio.
Oh.
What is going on here?
This one's at night.
No. Not loading.
Oh boy.
Now we're gonna get an ad. Great. Oh, no ad. So this is a video of a plane getting what we suspect shot down.
The Prigo.
The Prigo plane. The Legacy 600.
Legacy. They're nice planes, I tell you. You know, when they're not getting radio waved out of the sky.
Oh shit. So there it is.
Tail spinning.
It is fucking.
What's an important part of that video though is that there's no missile in sight. No explosion. It's just a plane falling out of the sky.
It's just a plane falling out of the sky.
Yeah.
But you gotta ask what made him start filming.
Another good point. There could have been
and there was a little bit of smoke when he first.
Yes, it very much could have been hit by a missile for sure. The video does not really.
This video is pretty terrible, but the second.
That's how you know it's legit, though. Because if you're a real photographer, like I was just someone filming like on my backyard. This is an awful actual human person.
Yeah.
Well, God,
like you can see the black smoke. Garden. And he doesn't even like go right towards it. He's like, "What's going on?"
Isn't it kind of wild though? Like you look at that, and it's like you think that a lot of people are living in war-torn countries, but that's just like someone else's backyard that lives here.
Yeah,
you know, and then there's just a plane falling straight.
And there it is.
Bing.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and it happened to be holding the chef, Prigo,
the chef, the chef.
Prigo, the chef, you know, Prigozhin. Sounds like a guy who got drafted fucking.
I thought you were going Obama chef.
No, that one. There's something happened with the chefs.
Now this
Hillary,
is the video.
Look at that. Think about that. That's the third. That's the third. Hillary chef, Obama chef, Putin chef. You don't want to be a chef to these fucking rich elitist politicians, folks. Just run away.
So that was supposedly the Prigo plane going Prigo.
I think it's Prigozhin.
Whatever.
Like I said, it sounds like a hockey player who got drafted to play with Ovechkin.
But that plane's supposedly had Prigo on it, and second in command, some Dmitry guy, I think, Yurkiv.
Yes, Dmitry. I don't remember his name. Utkin Yurkiv or something like that.
Something like that. So it had number 1 and number 2 of the Wagner Group on it.
Yes, allegedly.
But there was also another plane owned by Prigo that was circling Moscow.
The one that he normally rode in.
And then it left in a haste.
Yes.
After the other one got shut down. So you make your own predictions on that one. I don't know.
My thing is another very interesting fact, or whatever the way you want to perceive it, was they
call it
said
a factoid.
They said that on the manifest that guy and Prigo, his whatever second-hand man, and Prigo were on the plane. On the manifest, there were 10 people on the plane, but only 8 bodies were found.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wow, that's not even hard to fucking think. Let's see. The 2 guys that anyone would mention that were on this plane were the ones, that are allegedly dead, but we only found 8 out of the 10 bodies on the manifest. What?
Interesting.
And there's this other plane that he usually flies in, circling around Moscow. It's like, come on. I put my actual odds that Prigo is deceased at like 21%.
High.
You could. It's higher than what most people would on this site. On Rumble, I'm talking about, not XApp.
So
are we still live on Rumble?
Oh yeah, we're definitely live
because
on Rumble.
I can't see. I was trying to go into it real quick. Share like one of the articles real quick. I want to see if I could see it.
What the fuck?
I'm also trying to get onto the app, but it's been a struggle. I'm not very technically gifted when it comes to all this new shit.
So I'll put up the Fukushima one again.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say this.
Oh, I closed it. I can't. How about this
we
one?
covered Prigo, and we had him on I think he was a topic a couple episodes ago or whatever. We really wanted to make like a Oh look, the feds are calling now.
The feds are calling?
Yeah, just a spam number. Maybe a couple Vikrams. I don't know. I'm not gonna answer it.
I don't know how far back we are. Like I don't know the delay.
Oh yeah, there could be a significant delay. That's fine. But yeah, I think that with the fact that this was like a quick, immediate news story, happened the same day as the Tucker Carlson interview with Trump, happened the same day with the GOP presidential debate. Nice. Looks
I don't
good.
know what's going on with you.
My phone must be fucked. It's all good with me. Everybody else can see what we're talking about.
Who knows?
But yeah, I think it just the timing of it all, and it was like, oh, okay, and then the nature of the video, the nature of how the plane fell out of the sky.
Yeah, it fucking went. I'm going. Fuck you.
Right? Maybe, and like you said, maybe there was a missile above it before the very amateur video was filmed.
Yeah.
But maybe it was just fucking lasered out of the fucking air. And it was just, it either could have been real that he was on it, and there was another sketchy thing is the other plane circling around Moscow, which has been proven by many, many flight trackers.
Yep.
That's sus fact that you can mostly weigh that the fact that he is still alive, and they found 8 out of the 10 bodies at the site of the one plane crash, and it was just like, so strange. The plane falling out of the sky. Like, what?
So my theory is that this was a ploy by Putin with Prigo.
Both of them on the same time.
Because Prigo was talking about the Wagner Group liberating South Africa a lot. And I think that he is going undercover back to South Africa to do Putin's expansion in South Africa.
You think Putin's taking over South Africa?
Yeah. He already has.
They are in BRICS.
He already has. He's already
South Africa, or is it? I think it's a different country.
No, just South Africa.
There's a lot of countries that the Wagner Group is.
Yeah, but Putin has already forgiven like billions and billions of dollars of debt to South Africa. He's taking over South Africa.
Yeah,
it's already done.
It's like a little, Caesarean state.
Yeah,
you could say from the Civ 6 games. He's taking over. They're their own country, but like we run you.
Yeah. Just like Puerto Rico.
We take your resources, we take your troops, you fight our wars for us. It's an interesting move, and it's very predictable with, the people who are of BRICS and those nations, and we talk about them a lot on these shows because that is who the fuck you're up against. We didn't really get a Brazilian story in, though. We got a Russia story, we got an India story, we had a China story. We've now included South Africa.
Yep.
Those Brazilians, man, you got to watch out. That's the B in the BRICS.
That's
our side of the earth.
Yeah, well, it's about to get a whole lot bigger, too. Let me get that later. Sure. All right, so let's go a little bit back on the Pacific and back to the topic that Johnny Akers is dying to talk about.
It's a fucking laser.
All right, we're going to just take a little bit of a flyover real quick. I'll let Johnny Akers look at this. I'm sure he's seen it, but... A fucking ad, of course.
And now we present to you a completely unpaid for ad.
There we go. All right, so this is a flyover of what happened in Maui. I'm sure everybody that's listening to this has heard of what happened in Maui. We're going to give our take on it.
Look at those nice estates right there in the beginning that weren't touched.
Oh, good.
Look at all those trees.
The trees.
Wow. And this is an AP archive footage. This isn't one of those fake. Oh, it's not there. No, that's
it's
there.
out there.
What's up with the trees?
Weird, right?
Yeah. It's absolute devastation.
Oh yeah, complete and utter
fucking
devastation.
disgusting. Whatever happened to this, and and this is where I get really into the fucking media about what the bullshit they say, is you can see the footage yourself. Look at that one house right there. Go back. Pause it right there. What the fuck is an entire woods behind it? What do they got? Fucking 12-point buck chilling in that thing behind that house, and the house is gone.
Yeah.
But what is
the
that?
Trees are fine.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
What
How do those trees not also burn?
Who the fuck knows, man?
Explain that to me, people. Someone out there on the internet, please explain to me that image right there, which is from the AP archives themselves. A trusted fucking source, whatever you fucking want to say. And the rest of it, it's like, what happened?
Well,
it's devastation.
What do you think happened?
Well, what I think happened, and first of all, if you ever check into any other news source, maybe this hasn't happened. Obviously, I'll ring the bell for the conspiracy theorists. Is that the media, when you go to, and it's everyone from, CNN all the way down, MSNBC, probably Fox News as well at this point, and it goes to like the local affiliates. I saw a fucking story, and anytime any of these listeners listen or read a story on like Facebook or fucking X app, whatever, and this title of the story comes like this: no, comma, insert conspiracy theory here, didn't happen. Okay? Anytime you see that, I immediately question it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, why wouldn't you? So every single one was, no, Hawaii didn't get destroyed by DEWs.
Yeah.
And then the real story is, they do exist. We can use them.
Yep.
It's been proven. There's plenty of videos of it. Yep. I haven't seen that credible of one that there was for Hawaii. I don't know if you did, but you have a different theory on the whole thing.
I do have a different theory on that.
But
thing.
I just think that if there was any kind of foul play, unfortunately, we will never really probably know for sure because the media is so far corrupted and gone that they'll cover it up for the fucking end of time. Until you can flip the media and figure out the secrets that they know that they've covered up for years and years, then you're never really going to know the fucking truth. They should be trying to figure out what happened in Hawaii. But what are they doing? They're writing cover stories denouncing conspiracy theories like the ones we talk on this show.
Yeah, for sure.
So if they're writing about it, then why the fuck wouldn't we talk about it? I saw that on Facebook. Yeah. Buffalo News. Like, are you kidding? Why the fuck do you need to disclose that? And that's why you question the goddamn thing.
100%. I have questions for everything.
The Maui, I'm going to say this, and you can definitely roll on to what you got.
Yeah.
It's a devastating thing, and I've donated a bit, whatever you can, because it is fucking devastating, but you can't donate knowing certain organizations' money is even going to go there.
Yeah, who'd you donate to? Because you probably just donated to the government. Way to go, buddy.
Well, you give here and there in minor increments. If you can find people who actually do live there. Like, I know people who live there, and they will try to set it up, and again, they try to get it to people, and it's a very locals-only type deal right now, and you live in a fucking island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. You're not part of the continental United States. You already are a little bit on your own. So that is just fucking wild. It's a perfect spot to run a site op. That's what the whole thing is.
All right.
It's a fucking laser with a site op.
All right. So let's think about it for a second. Just let's hone in on the devastation, because I think it's important to understand just how devastating this is. 2,170 acres were burned. That's 2,170 of my backyards.
Yeah.
Burned. 3.4 miles gone.
Just sliced off the face of the earth.
Just gone. While everybody was saying that it was 90% contained when it was going off. Does that sound 90% contained?
There's also no alarms.
No alarms by the mayor because, he thought that it was drive people inland. But I'm pretty sure they have volcano alarms, they have tsunami alarms, and they have fire alarms. They have one of the most extensive alarm things in the world.
Remember the one that went off with the nukes?
Yeah.
We've talked about that one before too, and everyone went and jerked off after.
Yeah.
The Pornhub.
Yeah,
the Pornhub activity
skyrocketed.
Went down like drastically during and then right after everyone had to go rub one out. So they have extensive alarm systems. Didn't seem to go off for that one though for some reason.
So right now, I think the total the total dead is like 200.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
I don't believe that at all. Let's go into the little bit of the conspiracy theory. So there are more than 1,100 people still missing on Maui. Do you know what the percentage of that 1,100 constitutes as children?
No.
Nobody does.
That's the biggest thing is where is the kids of that school that were sent home?
Yeah, you know why? Exactly. The kids were fucking sent home. They were sent home from school because of the high wind advisory. And then the alarms didn't go off for them to dissipate. And all of these because they live on Maui and they're in the old district of the original people.
Yeah.
Everything's been so inflated because you're on fucking Maui and everybody, Oprah lives there. So now everything jacked up 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 80%.
It's the definition of taking over territory.
So now all of the original people,
species.
all of the original Maui people have to work 2-3 jobs just to support their fucking family. These kids get sent home from school. They're home by themselves because these people can't miss work.
Yeah.
And then a fire fucking rolls in. And not only that, but they blockaded the fucking exits.
Yeah, they didn't let people leave.
So that they were just traveling in circles of this inferno. What the fuck is going on?
What the fuck happened?
I thought we were America.
No, that the whole story is absolutely fucked. You can go beyond the conspiracy theories and the facts of when you see people talking about it.
But
who are from there.
Well, I have a video right here. We'll fucking bring it up.
I hope you get a guy. Is it the old guy?
No, this is just a couple that is saying that their kids were sent home.
Fucked.
It's fucked. Why isn't it playing with sound? What's going on?
Technical difficulties, folks. Thank you for joining us on Leaving Earth Podcast's Updates on Humanity.
All right, let me revamp this.
So they have not had any updates of where their kids are. They just kind of accept the fact that their kids were burned away.
Well, that's the other thing. I guess this is not going to fucking work. Fuck you then.
Who is the source of that story? Who fucking
I don't
bodied
know.
us?
I just exit out of it.
Yeah,
but it was a couple that said that the kids were taken home. They were sent home.
Yeah.
So that's all that the video was a couple saying that the kids were sent home because of high wind advisories because of the hurricane that was supposed to be coming through. First off, okay, Maui isn't known for fires. They're known for volcanoes.
Yeah.
They're not known for fires because they're a
just kind of
fucking island.
Yeah.
They're surrounded by water. It is so fucking humid there that fires almost can't
dry enough. Yeah.
Almost can't happen.
Yeah. The air isn't dry enough. It takes a lot to build a fire, I'm sure, in Hawaii.
Yes. So number 2, what is the state's ruling on trimming back trees from power lines?
This is, you were telling me about this.
Because
I didn't know.
There are videos of before in Lahaina of trees just growing over power cables.
Yeah.
Okay. So when wind advisories happen, trees already growing over power cables. Trees fall down during high windstorms.
Start fire.
Pretty fucking simple. Number 3, why didn't you cut the fucking power?
To
Like
prevent the spread of the power from setting other shit off.
When the fires first started and you had them 90% contained, because I do believe that at one point they had them contained.
Yeah.
But then they kept putting juice to the fucking grid. So what does that do? That fucking ignites your fucking transformers because it's trying to push fucking energy to somewhere that has a dead end. Or you're fucking short-circuiting shit, and right down the line, it's going to fucking blow.
Yeah.
And boom, spew fire everywhere.
Yeah, more fire. Yeah, that is, I'm telling you, that is maybe the most plausible one I've heard. It doesn't have to do with freaking lasers, so I'm not a huge fan of that one, but it makes the most sense. First of all, something was clearly intentional with this.
It's
whatever way you want to chalk it up.
Okay, all you have to do is look at Oprah. All you have to do is look at Oprah.
All their property is fine.
And then all you have to do is look at January when they had a fucking summit in Honolulu about making Maui the first smart city. And then they
and all the people came out and they were like, "No, we don't want it."
And then
that was like what, like a year ago,
last
9
January.
months ago, yeah,
last January. And then you look at how they're going to have another summit in Maui in September about going to a smart city. And then you look at Oprah, Bezos, all these fucking celebrity billionaires live on Maui.
Oh, would you look at that?
And then you find out that all of these residents of this Lahaina district, because I've never heard of Lahaina before.
The Lahaina people probably.
Never been to Hawaii, so I don't know. But
Love to. It sounds lovely.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, good people.
But then you go and you find out that the Lahaina people are very proud people and they want the land to be their land and they don't want to sell to these fucking corporate mega structures.
Lizards.
So they say no to these millionaires and say, go fuck yourself. This is my house. This is my land. Get the fuck out of here.
Billionaires, though. They weren't millionaires. They were fucking with billionaires. And that was their biggest problem.
And then, boom, we have fires in the most sought after district in Maui that the owners of the property wouldn't sell.
And at least they're getting $700 checks from Biden.
At least they're getting $700 checks, and at least the FEMA workers get to stay in the luxury resort hotels. I mean, we don't want them going down and fighting fires and being not in the lap of luxury and having drinks at the most expensive bars in I'm sure, the world. And then living in the most luxurious hotels, I'm sure, in the world that are $1,000 and $1,300 above a night. But we can only give these people $700.
One time. Here's $700. Thanks for your troubles. We'll be taking over the land now.
Oh, and then you want to see what the fuck's really fucked up? Do
I gotta get the bell ready?
You need to put these on.
Okay. I love when I get to put them on.
This is our lovely president about what happened in Maui.
Lightning struck at home on a little lake that's outside of our home, not a lake, a big pond, and hit a wire and came up underneath our home.
Sure it did.
Into the heating ducts, the air conditioning duct. Make a long story short.
Sure it did.
But that was good enough.
That was no. Keep it going.
All right.
Fucking loser.
Almost lost my wife.
This douche.
My '67 Corvette.
There it is, the Corvette.
And my cat.
Corvette and my cat.
I cannot believe it.
So that's what our president does.
Holy shit.
But wait, it gets better. Right after that speech.
Oh, no, he takes a snooze.
Then he takes a
little
fucking
snooze. And the biggest part of the media spin cycle, I knew as soon as you saw that video, they'll say how he was not sleeping.
Oh, no, he was bowing his head.
Was like many others.
No. Well, I mean, the lady, but nobody else.
We're giving clothes, giving clothes, food, and shelter.
A little cough.
By someone
I'm gonna bow my
they
head.
may have never met before.
And look at his breathing. That's what got me.
We are a
with his
community
breathing.
that relies on family,
Yeah.
on ohana, whether by blood.
I'm supposed to be
or by
awake. I'm
friendship.
supposed to be awake. Yep, you're talking. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But like many others,
For the old man.
my son's home
Doesn't do anything.
burned down.
That was 13 days after
My
the Maui
daughter's
fires
home
happened.
Burned down.
13 days.
He needed a quick little snooze there. I've been
13 days after the tragedy of Maui, one of the biggest disasters that's happened on American soil with a fire like ever.
Mm-hmm.
And it took them 13 fucking days to get there.
Yeah. That's our boy. That's Sleepy.
I don't understand.
Sleepy Joe.
I don't understand how we allow this man to stay.
You know, it was a good point about the Tucker and Trump interview is
Mhm.
when he goes, do you think that these people actually care? Trump's like, I mean, his vote, they don't care. Like most people wouldn't give a shit that San Francisco or Los Angeles are in ruins. Like the people that actually vote for him, they have their own fucking problems. He's like, I don't think that the crime and whatever else happens like with the country or what, Joe Biden fucking looks like or walks like. He goes, for the most part, no one cares. And he goes, I'm just out there trying to saying like I'm everybody. I want you, this, that. I mean, it was a good interview for him. There's a lot of layups on it, not to get too far back into that one. But I mean, all you are, and you think about it, all the Democrats are anti-Trump.
Yep.
And Trump had said it.
Anti-Trump, pro-Ukraine.
Yep. All of them are just fixated on one idea, is that we have to go against this one guy. He's evil. He's an awful man. He's the worst thing that ever happened to this country, blah, blah, blah. And then look at the opposite. And it's very true for Joe Biden, the fact that he just has sucked and he is just a zombie president. And then you say all you need to be is Trump, because most people don't like him. It's just not Biden.
Well, let's talk about the fact that
bad.
He got off of vacation from his Delaware beach home.
Looked like shit out there too, by the way.
Went
on a beach.
Went to Lake Tahoe for vacation. Stopped that vacation to go to Maui.
And then went to Maui, yeah.
Then immediately from Maui, went back to Lake Tahoe for vacation. This president has been on vacation for more than 365 days.
An entire year?
A quarter of his presidency has been on vacation. Why isn't that being talked about?
That's a bad one.
That's insane.
Yeah, they always got on Trump for going down to fucking
imagine if you didn't show up for work for a year, but it still got paid.
They're never off the clock. Let's put it that way. When I mean they're not off the clock with the taxpayer dollar is a whole different fucking thing. Okay, these guys are pulling deals, backdoor channels here to this, there, everywhere. Him himself was not doing shit besides that. So it's like that first, and again, then no one would care. You could tell someone that would vote for him, they wouldn't care.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
His first comment about Maui, no comment.
Mm-hmm. No, the whole thing, the way he's handled it, has just been the way he handles everything. Just a fucking bumbling, laughable idiot. Praying, nodding his head down and praying. He was nodding off.
Yeah.
He was sleeping.
Someone
buzzed his arm the same way someone buzzed McConnell a few weeks ago.
Oh. But let's go to a little bit of a better side of...
Well, why don't we join on the lighter side of the news?
And let's talk about this fucking kid. Now, I'm just going to play this song.
Yes.
You've heard it.
Let's go.
I'm just playing it.
Working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. All it is, living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know,
people.
But I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxing
Your dollar ain't shit.
rich men.
North of Richmond.
Kind of looks like you and him could be related.
He could be a long lost cousin.
Sit over to me when you're done.
Look out for miners, and not just miners on an island somewhere.
Ooh,
Epstein. Got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the whole beast milking welfare. God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags
of rounds.
Men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on taking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me
and people like you.
I just love it out there.
Just wake up
Fold-up
and
chair.
not be true, but it is.
I think one of his interviews, he said that the only thing that kept me sane was my dog and my weed.
With an whole soul.
Yeah.
These rich men know for Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control.
I totally fucked this up. Totally
Wanna
fucked
know
it up.
what you do, and I don't think
Was it at
you
least
know,
playing the audio?
but I
Yeah.
know that
Okay.
you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men know the rich men.
He's playing an old dobro. His guitars are sick. They're made. Just a lot of fucking soul in that man. Art, talent. He's very fucking talented. I showed my somewhat, liberal aunt.
Working all day.
She was like,
Overtime hours.
His talent is
Bullshit pay.
important song.
It is a very important song. Now, we will listen to that song, and we will listen to one more song of his.
I have not heard this one. Can we get that?
We will not get there. We will not do that right now. We're going to discuss this for a second.
Okay, gotcha.
So there are talks that Oliver Anthony, which is not his real name, if you did not know.
Wow.
His real name is Christopher, I believe. Oliver Anthony is in tribute to his grandfather, his late grandfather. It's Oliver Anthony Music.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think that Oliver Anthony is a plant?
There's a very strong chance that he is. From like could be from like some kind of institute for those think labs or
think tanks.
Yeah. So he could be from some kind of conservative think tank.
What brings you to that conclusion?
It could just be any. It could be any type of fucking think tank.
But what do you?
Be a libertarian one.
But what brings you to that conclusion that you think?
Because it's a conservative tone, and people that have built him up come from that part of the aisle. The guy that has found, quote unquote, found him has ties.
Who found him though?
The guy who was originally hyping him up. I have to find his name here.
So the only problem that I have is if he was a plant, wouldn't he take the first deal that came to him? So that it was a success story and he got a deal and he can go through the motions.
No, because even more, he wouldn't need it. He'd be like, oh, I don't need the money. He's going to be a true, a survivalist type hero, folk hero to the conservative right. You know who he appeals to.
Well, yeah, but I would think if he was a plant that he would go with one of these country music artists offered him an obscene amount of money to make a deal with him. And he said no. I think that if he was a plant, he would have taken that deal because then he would have been in the system.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I guess. But
because the whole music industry, all Hollywood is all in the inner circle.
It depends on who you think he's a plant of. Who do you think he would be a plant of?
If I had to guess, I mean, he's already making fucking anon.
All right. QAnon?
Yeah, he's making those assumptions. He's saying everything that we want to hear. So he could be a plant. I mean, it's very possible. The problem that I have is that he hasn't taken a deal yet. You haven't really seen him blow up in the media cycle, which I guess you really wouldn't. But you still haven't seen massive interviews of this guy.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give them.
He seems like he's just in the backwoods doing his own shit.
I give him more. I'm over 50% that he's not a plant. I would say 75% sure he's not a plant.
So he even said, I don't want 6 tour buses, 15 tractor trailers, and a jet. I don't want to play stadium shows. I don't want to be in the spotlight.
Wow. He wants to play out in the middle of his woods.
These songs have connected with millions of people on such a deep level because they're being sung by someone feeling the words in the very moment they were being sung. Wow. No editing, no agent, no bullshit. Just some idiot and his guitar. The style of music that we should have never gotten away from in the first place.
It's true folk, protest song. It's the best protest song I've heard since the Vietnam protest.
And
songs.
His words could resonate with anybody.
Anyone against the rich men north of Richmond.
It is very hard for me to say that this guy is a plant. I will have to wait for more information.
Yes.
It would be detrimental to the psyche of America if this guy turns out to be a plant.
Yes.
In my opinion.
It would be sad. I also have to break some sad news. Either Now or after we play the next song? Out of the WWE. Did you see that?
Someone died.
Yeah.
Harry Funk died. Right?
Oh, it was Bray Wyatt.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. At age 36.
Oh.
So he just died unexpectedly earlier today.
Get the
Triple
fuck
H
out of here.
Made an announcement, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Was he vaccinated? Sorry, I brought it there.
Right away. As soon as the breaking news comes out. Yeah. Bray Wyatt. Rest in peace. I think we'll have to do a shot to that.
Yeah, we got to do a shot.
We were waiting for Trump to get arrested, and that hasn't happened yet, at least as of now. I saw the Fox News alert go off, and I go, I wonder if that's what it's going to be. And I looked, and I'm like, WWE superstar dead at 36. Oh, that's pretty young.
That's insane.
Bray Wyatt.
Do you know who that is?
Rotunda. It's his real last name, right? Is that
Yes.
how you say it?
Yes, it is. But do you know he's the what the fuck? The Fiend.
Oh, the Fiend?
You remember the Fiend? No, you don't want.
Kind of. Yeah.
So I'm thinking about getting that guy in here, and I think we're gonna start a wrestling one.
A wrestling pod?
A wrestling pod.
Well, you can dedicate at least the first episode. Bray Wyatt.
To you, Bray Wyatt.
To Bray. Cheers. Our hearts go out to your loved ones. Didn't go down easier the second time.
I believe that in some way, I know that they're part of the Wyatt brothers, but I believe in some way that Bray Wyatt is related to the guy that Bear used to babysit for, that died at 80, and that went to AEW.
Yes.
I think that they are some. I know that they were the Wyatt brothers.
Right.
But I think they are actually like either very close friends or.
You know who his father is? Famous wrestler.
Yes, I do know.
He had a couple different names. Their last name is Rotunda. That's their real last name. He's still alive.
Is it Rikishi? Not Rikishi. No, that's the Usos.
Nope.
I know the fucking guy. I don't
think much whiter.
Go ahead.
Erwin R. Shyster, also known as IRS.
Oh.
Mike Rotundo, Michael Wall Street, or VK Wall Street. But I think his most reputable was IRS. Erwin R. Shyster.
That's awesome.
What a name. I almost didn't recognize it at first, and I was like, oh, man. Well, our hearts go out to the IRS tonight. The only time we'll ever feel bad for them.
Oh, Jesus. All right, well, let's get back to a little bit of lighter news, and we got
second Oliver Anthony.
Second Oliver Anthony song. Sorry, we got an ad. Hang on.
Listeners,
you ready for an adventure? Say yes, chef. Yes, chef.
What do you think?
As you can see,
Exosus. Whatever that means.
Revolution looks like.
Exit up.
All right, you wanted to listen to this one because you haven't heard
Is Oliver Anthony a plant? Yes or no?
One for my old dogs and the good Lord. They'd have me strung up in the psych ward. 'Cause every day living in this new world is one too many days to me. Son, we're on the brink of the next world war, and I don't think nobody's praying no more, and I ain't saying I know it for sure. I'm just down on my knees, begging the Lord to take me home. I wanna go home. I don't know which road to go.
Such a fucking voice.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
I just know I didn't used to wake up feeling this way, cussing myself every damn day. There's always some kind of bill to pay. People just doing what the rich man say. I wanna go home.
Rich man say, fuck if they ain't true. Dog out there with him again? Yep.
I think that's where he lives.
Middle of the woods.
Middle of the woods in his trailer.
plantations, farming the ground. Grandson says to a man out of town, and 2 weeks later, the trees roll down. Only got concrete growing around. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. I don't know which road to go. It's been so long.
Who's recording?
Gotta have some type of friend. Right?
Right? That's the only part that's got me worried.
The guy who found him, he's connected to the fucking conservative think tanks. He might be a sick one. But he's a fucking great artist. Is it such a bad thing if he has good influence? You know what I mean? Like if someone's helping him get his, is that a bad thing? Because you know the fucking mainstream people wouldn't do it. That's the point I'm trying to make. That it shouldn't really matter how you get there. But
true.
How dark the money is.
Fuck, if anybody's looking for a plant, we're right here.
Yes, I mean this is an absolutely perfectly good podcast for a plant. Come on, let's go. We were just shouting out IRS. We love the IRS. Tax me harder, Daddy. On that note,
hold on.
It's nearly 7:30.
It is nearly 7:30.
And do we think hole number 45 is going to be leaving by the end of this episode in handcuffs?
Should we banter until 7:30? Because
we can banter.
BRICS is a kind of a long conversation.
Should we battle on BRICS? We can come back to BRICS.
BRICS is kind of important.
It's happening right now.
It's kind of important right now.
Give us a quick update on BRICS.
All right, so BRICS is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa.
Hit all except for the B. They still are pretty decent at soccer and have incredible asses. Anyways, on to BRICS. We covered
their
Russia,
volleyball
India, China,
team is amazing.
Oh yeah, it's an experience watching one of those in the Olympics.
So South Africa, the smallest member in terms of economic clout and population, was the first beneficiary of an expansion of the bloc in 2010, when the grouping became known as BRICS.
Yep. Go back and listen to a few of our updates episodes. We cover the whole founding of it.
Now this factoid is pretty significant. Together, the countries account for more than 40% of the world population and a quarter of the global economy. A quarter of it. Guess what we just found out today?
What do we get? Breaking news?
There are 6 countries that are going to be joining BRICS January 1st, 2024. You want to know what those countries are?
I bet you, can I guess? How many? 6 of them?
There are 6.
Okay, this is going to be my OG 6 of BRICS, and I do not know this.
Hang on, let me count. 1,
guess.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6.
Okay. Iran?
Yep, 1.
Okay. Egypt?
2.
Cuba?
No.
Okay, that was a little bit of a stretch.
I'll give you 6 guesses, or 7 guesses. 7 guesses. So you already got the one wrong.
Oh, so all right. So I don't get any other ones wrong.
Nope.
Shit.
You got to get them all right.
All right. Damn. This is gonna be tough. Well, I want to say certain countries, but I don't think they're strong enough economically, and it's an economic move.
I will tell you that
I say Venezuela's in it.
Nope.
Fuck, I lost.
So the
2
big
for 6 ain't bad.
So you
That's still going to the Hall
said Iran, you said Egypt. Another one is Ethiopia.
Okay.
Another one is Argentina.
That's a big one. That's a big South American country to take.
Another one is UAE, the United Arab Emirates.
Going for that oil.
And the worst one.
Worst of them all?
Saudi Arabia.
Ooh. Saudi Arabia is moving to the BRICS system.
So there is a operation in the government politics. You can look it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Operation Sandman. Us and the QAnons.
Oh, here we go.
Believe that Saudi Arabia joining BRICS is the trigger for Operation Sandman. Now, what Operation Sandman does is it says that all of the countries that are de-dollaring are going to do so in one fell swoop. So this could be the trigger of tomorrow we wake up.
Economic collapse.
We wake up and the dollar's worth 0. Just so you're aware.
Keep stocking.
So
you know what's really funny is you have to go through my old stock right now.
Yeah.
I'd say start buying cans immediately. There's my tip to you.
Yeah.
Because I noticed a lot of them expired towards the end of either 23 or 24.
Funny how that works. So the good thing is that we have until January 1st, 2024, supposedly.
We got some time, man. We got some time. Definitely come back on here and hit some of the highlights from now until then.
For sure. But let's go into, I mean, we
busted down BRICS already.
We got 2 minutes, and I'm going to go a little bit further into BRICS.
What, 2 minutes left alive?
Well, we got 1 minute left. So let's just banter for a minute and see what the fuck happens with Trump. Let me see if I can pull Twitter up on my hunky dory there laptop.
I was gonna say I can do a quick disclose rundown
in a minute.
That'd be pretty challenging. Might have to catch that in the extras if you subscribe.
Shit. All right, we got fucking 7:29, and I don't have any live coverage. I don't want to go on a fucking speaking thing. I want to see video, bitch. Oh, we got aliens on Twitter. Oh, shit. Anything else you would like to say before? Oh, here we go. Motorcade fit for president coming down the street.
Coming in live.
I don't know if this is live.
I got Vivek. I'm gonna say if you're already on the X app, you could go do the disclose rundown yourself, but we can save that because we got Vivek coming with the heater.
Oh yeah,
within the last couple hours. Give you a snippet here. Ready?
Which is not the plan they're on right now. You mark my words, the way this war ends right now, without the UN section stepping in and saying is going to be some post-Zelensky warlord takes over with a couple $100 billion of American military equipment, just like what happened after the Soviets invaded Afghanistan. You see how far that got.
Woo! Damn.
Or when we fucking left Kabul. Yeah, it's the exact same thing. The warlords will take over. Who really runs it all, baby? The Mickeys.
The Mickeys! Back for another Mickey update. Donald Trump getting his fat ass brought down by a hell of a brigade.
Oh, we got the ads first. Hang on.
Thank God for YouTube's ads, though. I mean, where would we be in society?
Jesus
So YouTube sold out very, very
I fucking watched like 14 videos today on this podcast in length.
And they're looking to push this far in advance.
And they still send me some fucking ads.
What do you got there on the ticker? What does it say?
Trump en route to Fulton County Jail to surrender. Hold on 1 second. I'll get this on the screen for y'all.
How many people across the country right now are watching this, getting ready to masturbate to his mugshot?
A lot. I'm not going to lie. A lot of them are.
Over under 2 million. There's your question of the week.
Mark Hamill's one of them, which I'm so sad about. But
so is Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner is just lubing himself up for a fucking evening.
Weinstein in jail is just going to town on all those inmates.
Lord, all of them. He's like, honey, get over here. Grab the bottle of red wine. Yeah, grab some of the adrenochrome drops too. Why not?
Shit.
We're having a night.
We got in-cart fucking video.
In-cart video?
Look
that
at
doesn't
this.
Look staged. What the hell? Well, they threw just a camera there. Hey, we're following right behind him. Or that's just that is just
know.
ABC News.
Yeah. Did you hear what's happening about this indictment though?
It's down in Georgia, right?
Yeah. Do you know when it's starting?
When does it begin?
October 23rd.
Okay.
Very soon.
So
they thought they were going to push this out till like February, March of next year. This is happening very soon. My guess, it gets postponed to the November 3rd, 4th area. And then on November 3rd, 4th, Podesta goes down and gets arrested.
That's a good one. I hope that happens.
Because that's fucking going to happen.
That would be lovely.
It looks like he's pulling up. We got people.
All right.
Because, everybody's so violent there. They need guards.
There's like, you'd think there would be more people out there on the side of the road, though.
There was. They cleared them all out.
They cleared them out.
Yeah.
They didn't want. They wanted to make it look like there was people there cheering him on.
Yeah.
To not do it. Oh wow. Of course they would.
Of course. That's when so all those barricades you saw in front of those policemen.
Yeah.
That was all not there at 11 o'clock this morning.
So here's my thing. Like, what happens now? We all just sit here and wait until he's in there. These they're Secret Service guys that's insane that they still have to protect him like through all of that. They're his boys
for life.
For life. Like, they get access to it.
This whole thing's supposed to be televised. The whole court is supposed to be televised too on October 23rd. It's all supposed to be televised.
It better be, because we haven't been able to get a televised court that actually, or televised, trial that's mattered in quite some time.
Just wait till the televised tribunals.
Better ring the bell on that one. Aired tribunals on the way out. Of course there is.
Well, I'm just saying that.
So this is Georgia.
Ready for your theory?
Yeah.
Mountain Dew came out with
Maui
Blast.
Maui Blast.
And then Mountain Dew came out. Mountain Dew came out with Baja Blast, which is under siege by hurricanes right now.
Yes. Hurricane Hillary. That was supposed to be Hurricane Howard.
And then Mountain Dew came out with Mountain Dew Pitch Black.
The Pitch Black is when the power goes out.
Bingo.
Yes. You ready for it, folks? They're doing the DEW. What does DEW stand for, Beejapheth?
Direct Energy Weapon.
That is exactly what it stands for. And they're doing it.
And
right in plain sight.
And they're doing it from a mountain. Which mountain? The mountain from Antarctica.
I didn't protest Bud Light. Okay, I gotta hit it. I didn't protest Bud Light because I think their beer sucks. And I will protest Mountain Dew also because I don't drink it. It's just not good. Maybe Baja Blast, but that's California. You can laugh about that one. I'm not laughing about Pitch Black, bro.
Or Maui.
Or Maui. Like, it's like, okay, now we're going a little far. So, yeah, I wouldn't do the DEW anymore.
No, I'm not doing
the DEW. If I were you, I wouldn't do the DEW.
And just look at the ingredients of DEW.
Have we gone totally off our fucking
Did you
rockers?
see that Wegmans, fucking major food supplier in our area, stopped doing their soda because of the artificial ingredients? Are you fucking kidding me?
They were like,
we've already been drinking it, you motherfucker.
Yeah. Poisoning the fucking population over and over and over again. This also looks like a very interesting jail. It's like kind of like in the middle of nowhere.
Well, they all get like government funding. They get
Do you think we'll never see him again?
Well, he's already approved for $200,000 bail, so he's gonna come right back out, and then he's gonna go right to the people and talk to them too.
See what happens. Been live here on Leaving Earth, updates on humanity of the 45th president in a big building.
Exhilarating.
They have the drone footage up there. They had to get the clearance, of course. I'm gonna get radio waved out of the sky like Prigo.
Fuck.
Then we're gonna bring this guy on to talk.
Yeah.
About what's happening inside the building according to him. How about that one? Here's what's happening inside of the building to me. All right. Trump walks in. He's got his boys. He's just Trump the whole time. I think he just walks in and says, all right, yeah. Let's get this over with. No cameras, no pictures. Let's go. Let's be quick. Paperwork. It's like what he does to close down a deal or whatever he did to be a businessman, to be the president. Goes in there very transactional. No one in there gives him a hard time. His team is not giving a hard time. He's never cuffed. Maybe he takes a mugshot. I don't think so.
Oh, they're getting a mugshot.
You think they're getting a mugshot?
They're getting a mugshot. They've gotten mugshots of everybody. Rudy Giuliani.
They got Rudy, but they might not get
They're
Trump.
getting a fucking mugshot. That is the whole thing.
And then he walks back out.
This is the whole thing of all of this. This fourth indictment is all about the fucking mugshot. The mugshot.
It's like a fucking Hollywood. Whoa. Bad window. The funny thing to me is it's like almost like a Hollywood scripted just like fallacy. Like they go, okay, this didn't work, try this. This didn't work, try this. This didn't work, try this. Now he goes, we get the mugshot. Yeah. It's like literally
there it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
We'll roll it up with another fifth or sixth indictment. We'll keep them coming. Why the fuck not? They've set the precedent now, and there is no going back.
There is no.
Congratulations, Democrats. You've totally fucked the entire last-ditch effort there could be of democracy in this country. I hope you're satisfied with yourselves. You'll probably sleep tightly tonight with whatever miserable liberal-minded person that you fucking ended up with. Have fun.
How fucking long does it take to get out of a fucking car?
Fucking, is he not out of the car yet?
I don't know.
I thought he was already inside.
Sure.
They're really, he's like, all right, no, this one here, it's not good. No. Let's put it this way. Okay. Take it from the
Where's
right.
my 13 pence?
Right side. All right. You guys want an autograph? I'll sign the mugshot. Sign the mugshot. 50 grand.
You take that picture, you're fired.
Print it out. You're fired.
You're fired.
You print that shit out, you're fired. Give me the hard drive.
Did you see during the debate that Ron DeSantis tried to do the you're fired fucking bit?
No, he did not.
He fucking said, I would sit Fauci down and look him in the face and say, you're fired. I was like, wow, dude.
He thought about, they were sitting on that one for months. Months. Be like, you're going to go up there? This is going to really knock him dead, Ron. This is going to knock him dead, Ron.
They didn't even get a response, and they immediately moved to the next person.
Yeah, Vivek was sitting there pumping up the crowd. Dude, the people behind it were probably like, this is going to crush it in the rating. They're going to be talking about this forever. I just heard about it. Great job, dude. Great fucking job.
That's
Ron.
hilarious.
I hear Ron DeSanctimonious more than I hear that. That's the thing about Trumpers, dude, is they're fucking MAGA.
His zingers.
Not.
His zingers are good.
Yeah. The big zingers that he had in the interview with Tucker.
And then they
was
get fucking
hysterical.
just reposted. Sorry.
They get reexed.
Reexed.
It's like a fucking big reexing going on just constantly. So what do you think? Do you have anything else you wanted to go down, or are we just going to sit here and wait for him to walk
If
back
you want to
up?
run down the disclose while we watch this, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
can
let's
run it down.
run it down.
Then
Then we got to play our new game.
We got a new game?
Remember?
Oh. You have some good ones?
Not really, but we'll figure it out.
We're going to run through it?
Yeah.
Okay. I hope you remember the actors, because I don't.
I surely do. But
Got it written down. He's a man with a plan.
I don't even
Beejapheth.
have it written down. It's just in my head.
He's a man with a plan. It's in his head.
As soon as you said it, I was like, yes, let's do it.
That's a good one. Okay. So, I go back to exactly 1 week ago. The crisis at the Chinese property giant Evergrande filed for Chapter 15 bankruptcy in New York.
Shocker.
In New York. That tells you all you need to know. The tax charges from defunct Hunter Biden plea deal dismissed by a federal judge in Delaware.
Shocker.
From CNN. Oh no, I lost my spot.
Oh boy.
I got this. Well, they just went live with Trump driving to jail. That's so funny. That it threw me off. Good for them though. They're finally catching up to what we've been doing for fucking 10 minutes, baby. Content. Neptune is shifting cloud coverage. Neptune's shifting cloud coverage is apparently linked to an 11-year solar cycle. Scientists are surprised.
Okay, just a tangent on that for a second. Did you know, like, this month all the planets are going to enter retrograde, which means, like, they're all going to be lined up?
Really?
Yeah.
Perfect line?
Yeah.
Wonder what's going to happen with that.
I don't know. The Titans get released, like, in fucking Hercules.
Yes. Hercules!
Have you seen those videos of the fucking sounds that people are hearing?
Yes.
I commented on one. I was like, the dragons are waking, motherfuckers. Get the fuck out.
Run. Do not be close to the dragon.
Yeah.
No priest or sword will save you.
If you think that fucking dragons aren't real, I'm telling you right now, those motherfuckers are etched into stone, motherfuckers.
We got to dragons are real in this episode, people. You didn't think it was possible, but we did from Neptune's shifting cloud coverage. That's leaving Earth, baby.
We're amazing.
Fuck yes. All right, another one. U.S. is preparing precautionary plans to evacuate 2 key drone and counter-terror bases in Niger, courtesy of the AP.
Are you sure you're saying that right?
I'm pretty sure. Niger.
Niger. All right.
It's fucking Niger, bro. Grow up.
Oh shit.
But yeah, we're out of there. It might
That's
not
it?
matter anymore. Yeah.
All right,
We're
well-
getting no. We're still going. Hold on.
All right.
West African bloc, ECOWAS, also somewhat related, has decided D-Day for military intervention in same country, Niger.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's gonna go down. It's going down. Two sides of that. Russia, us. There's proxy wars everywhere, people. Proxy wars everywhere. All your eyes are on Ukraine. Classic smoke and mirrors. Germany is quietly building a huge surveillance apparatus that risks creating denunciation culture similar to those of the Nazis and the Stasi, a historian has warned. Courtesy of Telegraph UK.
It's already happening in Ukraine.
Thank you for that. Also in Germany, 2/3 of Germans want a new government. Citizens said in a poll on Saturday. That's fucking. That's odd. That's
convenient. Look at that.
The last story, real quick. Germany is quietly building a huge surveillance apparatus, and the next story is almost 2/3 of Germany want a new government. Seems that Orwellianism isn't popular.
Imagine that. You got the lighter?
I do have the lighter. So yeah, I mean, proud Germans out there of standing up. That guy's a fucking
awesome.
WEF fucking plant.
The
himself.
fucking British are cutting fucking TVs down or the cameras down.
Yeah.
They're
Those people
fucking
are standing up to
yeah.
it because they're taxing them when they're driving out of their neighborhoods for cars that aren't emission fucking free.
Yeah.
It's insane, dude.
Insane.
So we also have Russia. We talked about the moon landing of India earlier. This is Russia's Luna 25 crashed into the moon. I didn't hear much about that. Or how
I did hear about that, but yeah.
And that's, everyone's trying to get to the moon for some reason. Everyone's been leaving Earth.
Hey.
What we're fucking here for. U.S. urges its citizens, this was 3 days ago, U.S. urges its citizens to depart Belarus immediately.
I saw that.
That's alarming. 2 athletes die while swimming in the Ireland Ironman competition. That was on Sunday.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. I know how that one went. And we have China Z arriving in South Africa for the BRICS summit. A lot of people smiling there. All the Chinese in the background except for one guy.
I forgot to mention about the BRICS. Did you see that his Xi Jinping's bodyguard got fucking derailed?
From what?
He was fucking running a little bit behind.
Yeah.
Is it Z or Xi?
I think it's Xi.
Z?
I don't know. I don't give a fuck to pronounce his name right.
Pooh Bear. He was running. He was running a little bit.
Sorry, kids.
He was running a little bit behind Z.
Yeah.
And the fucking dudes were shutting the doors as he was coming in.
Yeah.
The fucking dude hemmed him up against the wall and shut the door so he couldn't go in.
Wow.
Fucking Z was by himself. I was like, oh, here's an assassination attempt.
Dude, he's ruthless. And that's China. You're going up against China.
Yeah, it didn't happen, but
yes,
it was insane.
It'd be fucking wild. Biden sleeping in Maui while China was chilling with South Africa. We covered that. Facebook and Instagram will allow EU users to see content ranked in chronological order due to new laws. That's kind of cool. Don't need to see the fucking what they want us to see. Algorithm. Show us chronological shit. Bring it back, baby. Bring back the old timeline. Just start to finish.
Right.
You kept scrolling and it would go further and further back. Russia may annex Georgia, which is next to Ossetia. Basically like the Black Sea in between Turkey, Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Russia.
Okay.
They said they will. They might. So they might annex it. They're just thinking about it. Just why not?
Why the fuck not?
At this point, you need.
We're already there, right?
This is pretty wild. Tug operations were underway following a collision of 2 tankers in the Suez Canal. Shipping tracker service. It's actually pretty crazy. It shows like an above view of what the tankers were sitting in the canal, and it just blocks shit for probably forever until they could like.
Yeah, there's
pull
a big
out.
backup at the Panama, right?
The Suez Canal.
But I think it's causing a backup at Panama too.
It could be. The Suez Canal, I think, is overseas. I think that's in Africa.
Oh.
Yeah, it's by Egypt.
Oh, okay.
So I think.
But the Panama Canal is fucking backed up too.
It probably is. They probably have shit going on at both.
Fucking
this
China
might have missed that.
China took over Panama Canal and then it goes to shit.
It looked like they might have taken over Suez Canal.
Hey, guess what that means?
No more stuff.
That means we're gonna have shipping
flying
difficulties.
a lot more planes.
Shipping difficulties again.
Yeah.
All your shit ain't gonna come in.
So there's
your
the tug
Amazon
operations.
package isn't going to be on your doorstep, motherfucker.
You know what they are going to replace it with, though? They won't need the ships for this if they have it all here already, unless they're going to bring manufacturing back, which they wouldn't be able to. But drones. Just deliver everything by fucking drone.
Why the fuck not?
It'll take forever, and it'll be sketchy as fuck. You might not even get your package, but you'll still get your picture taken. There's another German story. It's just they're struggling. India's probe on the moon. Germany's left-green liberal government has approved a law allowing people to change their gender and first name once a year.
Damn.
God. And 2/3 of their population want a new government.
Again, I don't understand why.
Uncorrelated. Mingya. NVIDIA. You see this? NVIDIA CEO says a new computing era has begun after reporting strong second quarter earnings.
Oh boy.
Yikes.
That's not good.
Computing era. They have the mugshots of Rudy, Sidney Powell, and Jenna Ellis. South African president. I'm going to let him speak for himself. This one. We've reached an agreement to invite Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and UAE to become full members of BRICS. Here we go.
As the 5 BRICS countries, we have reached agreement on the guiding principles, standards, criteria, and procedures of the BRICS expansion process, which has been in discussion for
16.
We've decided to invite the Argentine Republic,
11.
the Arab Republic of Egypt, Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, the Islamic Republic of Iran,
Big one.
the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates to become full members of BRICS. Membership take effect from 1st of January 2024.
1st of January 2024. Saddle the fuck up, people.
It's going to get insane.
That is a lot to take in from a guy that's, I don't know. I think he's a newer, that was a South African president. I think he was recently elected.
Yeah.
Probably within the last maybe year or so. But to finish off the day, we had Vivek. We had the Prigo was listed among the passengers that got shot down. We covered that. And then just the Vivek clip.
Because it is not supporting Ukraine. Because it does not advance American interests. And as the U.S. president, I'm not running for any other role other than looking after the interests of Americans. However, my plan to end the Ukraine war will actually be probably better for Ukraine. At least it comes out with sovereignty intact soon, which is not the plan they're on right now. You mark my words, the way this war ends right now, without the U.S. actually stepping in and saying we're not going to fund any more of it, is going to be some post-Zelensky warlord takes over with a couple $100 billion of American military equipment, just like what happened after the Soviets invaded Afghanistan, and you see how far that got.
It's a very, very good argument to have.
Yeah.
That's it. And then we got here where Trump is now en route to Fulton County Jail, or is he leaving? He's still in there taking pictures.
He's still in there. I think. I'm pretty sure he got out.
Is he pulling an OJ and not leaving the car?
See him racing down the highway pretty soon.
This would be hilarious. I should have showed up in a Ford Bronco.
Anybody got white gloves? But yeah, if you want to follow this, just go to YouTube. Evidently, it's ABC News.
It's probably on every single channel.
Probably. We'll play our game next time.
You want to play our game?
I don't have any good ones.
All right, I have a good one. Who would you trust to land the moon rover? We're doing, hold on, I got to think. Keanu Reeves. Or, I can't remember the other one. Is it Chris Pratt?
Chris Pratt.
Okay, yeah. Who would you trust to land the rover on the moon? But they're flying the Vikram.
Yeah.
So it's Indian made. I feel like that's important in this situation to notate. It's not the 1969 model. It's the somewhat AI driven model that they're going to be flying to the moon, but they have to land it on the south side of the moon.
Okay.
Keanu Reeves or Chris Pratt.
I'm going to go with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I think that's an easy one.
I would go with Chris Pratt if he was in the
In the
ship
Vikram?
in the Vikram.
Well, yeah.
If it was them landing it, I would go with Chris Pratt.
Okay.
Just because he was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I think he's able to kind of like relate what a green screen movie would be like to actually land a rover, of course.
Right.
I would think Keanu Reeves because
it's the same, right?
He's in touch with the world. Yeah, he's the one. He's fucking Neo. So it's like he would have to figure out a way to do it. I don't know. I think Chris Pratt would also take the task very seriously at hand. So I think I'd trust Chris Pratt as well. I think he would be the one to land the rover for sure.
What's another one?
What else do we have here today? Oh, we did BRICS.
We did BRICS.
Who do you think's most likely to already be invested in BRICS? Keanu Reeves or Chris Pratt?
Keanu Reeves.
Reeves is in it? He's been in it for a while.
Well, technically he's dead, so.
That's a good one. He's never existed because we're all in the Matrix.
That's not true. No, he just died from a military tribunal and hanged.
Wow. That's a good one. He was really flown through. on the final arguments here of playing our new game, is it Keanu Reeves or Chris Pratt? We've already got into the fact that, well, Keanu Reeves
is dead. He's dead.
So
already.
Chris Pratt's real, though.
He believes in God.
He's a holy man.
He's a holy man.
He's a fucking holy man. Who do you think could break into that location right there and free Trump if he was like held captive inside?
Well, you got to go with John Wick.
So John Wick, you'd go with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. If you're gonna break him out, yeah, you got to go with John Wick.
Okay.
Come on.
They're both very trained.
Warlord is not going to
Reeves
get
is
it
very
done.
trained.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's just a bumbling motherfucker.
I mean, I like Chris Pratt and all.
Unless
but
he brings his velociraptors. Then we're talking different story.
Now we're dipping into it a little bit differently, yes. I can imagine Chris Pratt. That's great. Someone should make a mashup of that happening right now. Where it's showing this outside, and then all of a sudden you see Chris Pratt with a dinosaur just fucking walking and looking around, like sneaking in with the raptors. And then they come out riding the raptors.
That'd be hilarious.
It's just Trump and Pratt riding the raptors on the way out of the fucking Fulton County Jail. I got you, President. Now let's go get you re-inaugurated. Thank you so much, Mr. Pratt.
Do you have that fifth stone?
I loved you in Parks and Rec.
Oh, he's leaving.
There he goes. Chris Pratt got him out with the raptors. Easy in, easy out.
Is he really not
There
going to
goes
say
the
nothing?
Cade.
He's got to be saying something. Hang on.
There wasn't many.
I thought we were
going to
get out. I thought we were going to get out of here, but without him saying anything. But he's got to say something. Or is he in jail and they're just leaving?
That's a good question. I mean, I would
That'd be
assume at some
insane.
point soon that someone would try to release the mugshot, which is the whole reason that apparently they did that.
Who the fuck is this guy? I'm recording outside the window.
Yeah.
Our video feed's compromised. Come on, people.
This is so funny. There's so many people, fucking liberals on Twitter right now.
Yeah, you got indicted.
Everyone going to Twitter to see the mugshot, hashtag Trump mugshot, and it's a video of Kamala Harris marching down the street.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, there is no less than 2.5 million men in the country right now getting ready to masturbate to his mugshot. Rob Reiner is one of them.
And Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill, apparently.
Stephen
is another.
King.
Fucking Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
We brought him up a couple of times. Russell Wilson.
Russell.
I see you too, buddy. Fucking 4-13 this year, pal.
Matthew McConaughey.
You're gone. Nah, McConaughey, you think? I thought he was more middle road. All right.
You would
I
hope.
like that very much.
You know, Mel Gibson's hoping that the mugshot's not fucking being put out.
Mel Gibson's just happy that some attention has been taken off of his own mugshots from the past.
And
That's
my
all
phone
Mel
wanted to alert me that XLM is down 5% today.
Oh boy. There's your breaking news.
Don't worry about that though, because XRP is going to explode when January 1st, 2024.
We will see.
They've already said that they are de-dollaring, so we're fucked.
Gotta get rid of the dollar.
I
These
really
other countries, we've covered them tonight, folks. We covered at least a little bit of all the BRICS. We did RICS. And now we add RICS A-U-A-E-I-E.
You You just end
that's
it. You just end it like you do Fonzie. Just
BRICS
BRICS. I really can't believe he's not going to talk.
No. On that note,
you want to be done?
I think we might have to be. We've been on a marathon. It's been a great fucking episode, though. We didn't fuck up once.
Not once.
I mean,
should we
we've
take
definitely
one?
gotten canceled a few times.
Should we take one more shot because we didn't?
All
fuck
we
up?
have left.
Perfect.
Is that shot.
Well, we got Soko too. So.
No, thank you. I will take my chances, Jackie.
Yeah, man, pour it.
There's not much. Like the entire shot. We're gonna pour it all out.
Cheers to all you motherfuckers.
Cheers to the widows.
Peace out, motherfuckers.